Hey guys, Reese here and welcome back to my channel. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm a real estate investor and real estate agent. And I currently own 6 units and hopefully, fingers crossed, substantially more than that going into 2021. But what if that's not the case? What if 2021 goes the same way 2020 has and worst case scenario, I lose everything? Bye-bye to the rental properties. What would I do starting from zero after losing it all? Well, if you're interested in hearing how I would jumpstart and get back into real estate after losing it all, go ahead and stick around to the end of this video. Before we dive into that, guys, please like this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I really appreciate it. Helps me out a ton. So let's get right into it. Now, we've definitely seen this type of video before on YouTube. This concept of losing it all and starting over, what would you do to get a jump start? Not a new concept. We usually hear things like, well, house hack a duplex. And that's certainly a great option. House hacking a rental property allows you to use a primary residence loan. You put a low down payment, usually 3 to 5%. And there's a low barrier to entry when it comes from like a mental standpoint, getting over that hump of your fear. 2 units is small. I mean, people buy single family houses all the time. Buying 2 units is not that much different. And so if you're out there just now wanting to get started in real estate, not losing it all, just wanting to get started, house hacking a duplex, a triplex, or 4 unit is a great place to start. That's exactly how I got started. I've actually house hacked and brrr'd 3 duplexes in a row. BRRR is buy, renovate, rent, refinance, a great way to add value to properties. And then from there, I'm now trying to scale into 5, 10, 15 units or more, maybe with investors as I get bigger. So that's what I'm working on right now. However, the primary reason I recommend house hacking a smaller property, like a 2 to 4 unit property, is twofold. One, the financial barriers to entry, which is that low down payment. You're obviously a lot less money than a 20 unit building, as well as the mental barrier to entry, which is that fear that you have to get over to purchase that property. However, if I didn't have that fear to get over personally starting out, I would not have started with a duplex. I would have gone bigger right away. And I'll make a future video on why I prefer larger over smaller properties. And so if I'm starting all over in real estate after having achieved something, having 6 units, I have to keep 2 things in mind. One, I'm most likely not going to qualify for financing anymore. And that's something many people forget about when they're making these videos is, losing it all in real estate most likely means foreclosure or bankruptcy. And with either of those, you're not getting financing, or at least not the 30-year fixed low down payment financing. In addition, you have all this knowledge now from owning rental property. You don't need to start from zero. Even though you've lost all your assets, all your money, your knowledge is still there. And that's arguably more valuable than a lot of the assets you owned. People often ask that question to very wealthy people, what would you do starting all over if you lost it all? But it's a simple answer where, your knowledge that you've gained by, achieving success in business or finance, whatever, is arguably far more valuable than the actual money and assets you own. We see this with lottery players all the time where they'll win $100 million and in 2 years it's all gone because they didn't have the knowledge to either hold on to it or grow it. And now starting over from zero is pretty similar to where I'm at right now, actually, because I actually, recently within the past year left my job as a computer engineer. I'm no longer financeable. I don't have 2 years of income history when it comes to being a real estate agent, and my rental properties, only one of them has been on 2 years of tax returns, which means I can't use that income either to qualify for a new loan. So I'm right pretty much back at the beginning, non-financeable. I don't have bad credit, I don't have a foreclosure or bankruptcy, but I don't have that income history either. And now maybe I could qualify for some sort of financing like asset-backed financing or something, long-term hard money, something like that. But the interest rates are not going to be comparable to the low 3s you can get today in long-term fixed rate financing. And so what would I do and what am I doing now? I find a partner. And now partners can be an absolute gift and a curse. I'm relatively difficult to work with. I like things done correctly. I like things done to a high level. And so I need to find a partner who can either put up with that or keep up with that. And so when looking for a partner, they need to be able to match your work ethic. They need to have the same or similar goals and aspirations as you. And overall, you need to enjoy working with them. And so if you don't have the ability to get a loan and be financeable because you've gone through foreclosure starting all over, or you're like me and you don't have a W-2 job, well, this partner needs to have what you don't. They need to have a W-2 job or be able to be financed. And so they will sign on the loan and probably put some money down. And what are you going to bring to the table? You probably need to have the knowledge to operate these deals successfully. You need to be able to find these deals and bring those to the table and maybe put some money down as well. However, a lot of times you can structure deals where you're not bringing any money either, which is a great option if you're starting from zero. And so I really like the idea of a partner because it can help you scale much more quickly than just buying a duplex every year, house hacking, and then burning it, right? And so what if you brought on 1 or 2 partners, and instead of buying a 2-unit, you buy a 25 unit property, and you get 25% instead of 100%. Well, you own 4 or 5 units out of that 20 to 25 unit property, but you're also developing the systems to then scale more quickly. And this is exactly what I'm trying to do right now, and it's also one of my biggest regrets not doing this sooner. By buying duplex after duplex after duplex, I've actually substantially slowed myself down. You can only find deals so quickly, you can only deploy capital so quickly, you can only get so many loans, and so there's naturally just investing in real estate is a slow process. Even if you have the pipeline set up, closing 1 duplex a month, well, that's 24 units in a year. You could have spent substantially less time and just bought a 100-unit property. Sure, it takes more money and you'd have to have partners and investors lined up, but it's not that much more difficult, but a lot less effort than buying 24 individual deals. Or 12 individual deals, my bad. And so, in conclusion, that's exactly how I would get started after losing it all. If I am financeable after losing it all, sure, buy a duplex 2 to 4 unit property, house hack it. That gives you a place to live, maybe build up a little equity, but don't stay there. I would jump very quickly into finding a partner and buying something bigger, getting into a 20 unit property. You have the knowledge, you have the time now to go out and find deals. Find somebody who has the money and the ability to sign loans. And no, that's a great partnership right there. And like I said, if you can't get financing because you've lost everything, well, just focus on going bigger. Don't try and partner on the duplexes. There's just not a lot of money to be made there when you're partnering with somebody splitting 50-50, and it takes time to build that up. You buy 1 deal, it takes 3 months to renovate it. Even if you buy 3 at a time, it's in my opinion, much better to go bigger, buy 25 units, and focus on that 1 deal in 1 year, get each unit turned, and you can add substantially more value. Then, you go even bigger and you can bring on limited partners, investors that don't get a say in the business and they get less equity, but they bring all the money to the table. And that's how a lot of the wealthiest people in real estate operate their business. They syndicate deals. They get money from investors or limited partners and push that into 2, 3, 400 unit properties. They're not out there buying 2 to 4 unit deals anymore. And so once again, that's what I'm pushing towards right now, is I'm looking for 10 to 20 units right now. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll find something good in 2021 and be able to bring that to the channel and walk you through the process. However, guys, that's exactly how I'd start over from scratch. I appreciate you guys checking out the video today and sticking around to the end. Once again, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.